Mr. Speaker, members of Congress, sponsors of the bill, families of the 688, and all of the guests here, on behalf of the friends and families and all those connected with the 688, I wish to give my most sincere thanks to the Congress of the United States for this great honor to the women of the battalion. I wanted to say a couple brief remarks. While representation is important, it is important after excellence. And I'm more of a math person than a word person. I think a few of you know me, and that's kind of true. And we've talked about, people have talked about what the 688 did, and I'm going to talk a little more about the numbers. The 17 million pieces of mail, the 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and in 90 days. But if you do that and you multiply it, or rather divide it, you wind up with one letter or package going out on average every 4/10 of a second for 90 days. No computers, no optical scanners, no sorting machines, all done by hand. These soldiers exemplified determination in the face of adversity and demonstrated the ability to go beyond what was thought to be possible. They overcame major obstacles to achieve success and made a substantial difference to the Army. They serve as an inspiring role model for young soldiers entering service today, and they're true examples of American excellence. The Congressional Gold Medal has reinforced the principle that those who dedicate themselves fully, regardless of race or gender, can be recognized at the highest levels, and above all, that excellence matters. Finally, I do have a request. Please help us to ensure that the story of the 688 and the honors and the recognition that they receive are protected and remembered for future generations. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Edna W. Cummings, United States Army retired and author of A Soldier's Life, A Black Woman's Rise from the Army Brackets 668 champion.
Thank y'all. Okay, please be seated. Thank you. Oh my gosh, how exciting. Mr. Speaker, our Senate and House co-sponsors, members of Congress, families, distinguished guests, I am more than honored to be with you today to present the 688 with our nation's highest civilian award, the long-awaited, much sought-after Congressional Gold Medal. Yeah. And the 688 is now listed among the less than 200 recipients since General George Washington first received it in 1776. 8 decades after the 688 returned from the war, we now commend these soldiers who did 4 things. They exceeded performance standards, succeeded when others failed, restored reliable mail service, and connected loved ones to the front lines. So it was more than the mail. And more importantly, World War II was a time when the entire nation came together to defend America. I would really like to acknowledge First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt and Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune, because Dr. Bethune was also an honorary general in the Women's Army for National Defense. Together, Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune and First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt opened a path for service and encouraged women to serve our nation. And as a result, hundreds of thousands of women answered their call, including the 688. Women of all races throughout the U.S., throughout our territories, answered the nation's call to defend America. With 85% of the 688 having college degrees or working as former school teachers, the 688 were among the nation's most educated workforce. Armed with education and patriotism, they gave their all in return from the war and to their lives without fanfare. Many said that they did their jobs and came home, and the ones I talked to told me, "Colonel, end of story." But I wouldn't accept that as the end of the story. And for most, that chapter of their lives did end, but until recent years, their story and impacts were seldom, if ever, told. And now, due to the tenacity of families and hundreds of supporters worldwide, the 688's history is known internationally. To date, the Congressional Gold Medal, 2 post offices, museum exhibits, countless state and local resolutions, commemorative days, documentaries, street dedications in the US and in France, blue plaques in the United Kingdom, a movie, books, and articles now cement the legacy of this remarkable military unit. Thank you. And the 688 not only restored vital communication, but this history has now restored the passion for service, as evidenced by young girls who now dress up as members of the 688. But to members of Congress and your staff, I appreciate your hard work. You've answered my phone calls now for over 7 years. But your hard work has resulted in us bestowing this honor upon the 688. And I would like to offer the families a special thank you for sharing their personal stories, and to our supporters and veterans organizations worldwide who donated your time and resources to make today and many others possible. I would also like to acknowledge Ms. Sylvia Schuster Banks. She's the 95-year-old sister of 688 veteran Gladys Schuster Carter. And we have some guests from the United Kingdom. Raise your hand. Who joined with us today. And a few Montfort Point Marines. So in closing, I'd just like to say, with my utmost respect, appreciation, and humility, please know that everyone in here, all of you, helped shape the enduring legacy of the 688. Thank you so very much.